Today's video is on the port size from the outside to the inside and the Amazon special subs. Port is about 2.5 inches in height, and width the box is 35 inches in width. The only reason why I decided to see if the port would be snug, I know a lot of people would be like, man, that's crazy, your port too small, this and that. But that's the reason why you see those two 2x4s right there in the front. And it's because the port was up to that height, from the bottom to up to that height, but it decided to take it down because of the ohm load for the Burmans. Everybody keeps talking about ohm load and impedances and stuff like this, and I'm watching different people make their videos and stuff. Some people competing and talking about size of subwoofers and stuff like this, what they metering or whatever, but I have something like this, and I'll blow all the windows out of here with not even half the stuff a lot of people got. This is the Burmans. This R-Mans in front of you is the 18K version. I don't even have it turned up that high. I'm going to show you the sunbuck for the window speakers and the door speakers. And shucks, pretty much that's it. As far as for something that can be played in tune wise from amperage, then you have this Stetson. This is for when you want to change up. Sometimes you can change the beat up on the bass and stuff like that. So, some songs it work, for a lot of songs it won't. And that's pretty much it for that. But back to the topic of discussion, back onto there. Let me show you too, so you guys see. This is Burmans B18K. And this thing plays very solid. It doesn't have subsonic features, so I'm glad it filters out its own music, and it really does, because you can tell the difference. This thing really does give you bass where a lot of like old school songs really don't acknowledge it. But man, this Burman, I'm telling you, man, it really, that's why I'm really impressed with it, and I like it, because it's a nice piece of artwork to me. As far as for the games and stuff set, hold on one second. So back to what I was saying. For 415s playing right now, but the gain is turned at just so the amplifier isn't like really what I call agitated. So I just gave it enough gain, because I'm only using one Marine battery for both these amplifiers, and for right now it's playing pretty solid, but for when you really want to go like really solid playing it, because I'm just trying to give its break-in features for pretty much everything, because this stuff is old, but it still needs its break-in time for heating up and cooling off, for the fans to be activating right and stuff like that. I'm just trying to take my time at it and really learn it, because I've even learned the way how to just let this thing go and protect, but you can let it come back out and it's back fine. So the marine battery has been holding on and doing its test feature, which I'm going to show you anyway. But this is how that port looks, from the side. It's only one like 23 and a quarter inch before the subwoofers is out, but the front two subwoofers I had to cut a hole for the subwoofer on the back of that subwoofer, that if you block that little hole in the back of that subwoofer, you're gonna damage something. So I made holes so the subwoofers can breathe. Well, just the two could breathe through that front. And like I said, this is only a marine battery. It's 1,000 marine cranking amps. I got 2 amplifiers. The little skinny wire that you see running down there, that goes to the sunbuck. Then you got 2 that goes back to the amplifier, and then you have this one that's coming from up underneath the hood battery. Okay? Now, I have one fuse. That's a 500 amp fuse that I have running to just one side of the amplifier. This is how I don't know, a lot of people may not know how to do this stuff, but I do. But, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, a lot of amplifiers may not like it. It might go and protect, but I can tell you, but this Burmans will come right back out of it like it's no problem. But it doesn't go and protect. It's like the blue light stays on, but it's flashing. Then I turn it off and reset it, and then it's back clean. But I have it grounded down to just a basic thin piece of ground. This marine battery, for some reason, it likes it. And I'm telling you, it powers the amplifier right back up to 14 volts. That's why I'm using 2 different voltmeters. And that's why the power, I use it to, it's like a shock reserve. Like it'll have power in a line, so it really won't affect the alternator. So it's just one 500 amp fuse that go to one side of the amplifier, just for right now. Not for when I get ready to, change it up. But it's only one 500 amp fuse in here for right now. That keeps the amplifier at a certain temperature, no more than like, it didn't hit no more than like 126 degrees. But that's why I wanted to see, like, where would it max out at. And then the fans stay running. There's no scorching of the fans where it deprives the fan from circulating or anything like that. No, there's no problem like that. Trust me, I had the Terra MD12K. Well, trust me, this thing right here is superb for it to be in its class for someone not rating it right. But once again, these are my Amazon specials. These are my babies, man. Believe it or not, man. Listen, dude, these things are 4,400 watt RMS. Be up. D15s, 2,200 watt RMS for the 15s series. These are Amazon special. If you like 4 ohms for 2 to drop down to 1 ohm, if you know what you're doing, you will have all 4. You can play with either 2 setting in 1 ohms feature, or you're going to wire all 4 of them together and give you a half ohm, and you really going to get dynamic for what you want to play. So, like I said, the reason why I had the Berman's 13K is because it's handling the power. It's no issue. Went out to the Berman's 18K, it's handling the power, no issues. Amazon special. These things are a beaut. These are Amazon special. Amazon. You go on Amazon, that's what you're looking for. Sir, this is what you're gonna look for. Right here. It's pretty neat. I know you're like, what is that? Amazon special, that's why I like it, because you look. Then it'll be one thing, and then it'll look like something else. So, hold on. So it's kind of bright out here, but you got to excuse the fact. But so it's power from alternator back over to battery. Battery got grounded also down to the frame, down in the frame. But there's also still factory ground. You also have alternator ground to the frame. Now, I forgot almost to show. Battery wire goes into the car from up here, back here, right there. That's it. I don't know what you guys be call yourself doing, but that's a shame. It only takes right here, and you're in. Okay, now the specific reason for 2 voltmeters is because the voltmeter that you run from the inside of the car, if you run it from your power outlet in the inside of the car, the power outlet next to the ignition where you see the drinking straw is right there, if you wire it into there and your car turns off, it's not powered still when you take the key ignition out the car, still not getting I'm sorry, once you got that feature, but if your power still goes when you turn the key ignition off, I don't know, like specifically, it would probably take me some more time to figure it out where would you wire a voltmeter like this in your car. But being the fact that this car pretty much has its own regulator, it's like you're trying to get this feature almost like an isolator from out of it. Now, from what's told is that this car may not have no feature on the computer to where you can go down near the computer and find a wire that drops the voltage down to like 12 point something volts when you're pretty much like at idle, like at a stoplight or something, and then when you start driving, the voltage increases. So trying to see if I could pretty much put a toggle switch on that wire and just make it see only over 14 volts with the alternator would be nice. But being the fact that this is a not American made car, you have to do the steps around it. So I know it's simple to go through, like through an aftermarket feature, like somebody that's aftermarket high voltage alternators. But that wasn't the issue. See, my thing is that I wanted to see if I could go around that one setting that drops the alternator down to like 12 point something volts to help you. It's a feature that's supposed to help you save gas or something like that when you're at a light, or traveling. It's one of those others, but still, regardless of the fact, the amplifier is still seeing 14.3 volts, which is good from in the rear, because I wanted to see how both those amplifiers are pulling voltage. Hold on. So then once I got a chance to see how the voltage is being pulled, because see, right now the air conditioner is on, but if I was to turn the air conditioner off, I would see multiple volts. You see that? Now, once I turn the air conditioner on, just one setting, just one, just one setting to turning it on, this is what happens. That's your percentage on your voltage when you be running in your vehicle. But I know everybody out today with running C-Max and LTO, LiPo and stuff like that. But this is the thing. I don't want none of those. I want something that will run just like the regular battery in the vehicle. Like, I understand that, everybody is going from the future to the past, and they creating the stuff from out the past that make it look like it's some kind of futuristic stuff, but it's still in the past. It's nothing new. It's no new feature. It's just something from out the past that's just been switched over advanced, or whatever what you want to call it. But what I'm stating, the fact that the matter is that and you can see how the voltage is luminescent, is reading. So that's what I'm just saying. Like, I want a battery that can be actually, you can install it in a vehicle that's probably no bigger than probably the size of a regular marine battery, and be able to power the system without having to run all different kind of stuff, having this jumbo battery, custom made bank or stuff like that, So hey, I know that people making stuff and they consistent, they getting smarter and smarter every day in the world. Why not make something compact but generates that kind of power, as especially not from getting blown up and stuff like that, because they got to put it in the heat test and all kind of stuff and see what will be the actual the chemical reaction from the compound of making such type batteries, but long story short, so that's pretty much it, because I just want something, because when I ride and I get ready to it goes into reserve mode, drops down to 12, which is okay. But for the amplifier, just for right now, for just like everything break-in purposes, I'm giving it some time. I'm not even, some people give it like a couple days or something. No, this thing is going to go through some time for reserve, because every speaker should be naturally broken, so every single one is newer than the other. So not every single one is built at the same time, even in production. That's what I mean. Like, it's always one that's going to be either built weaker or built more solid. Or if you're lucky enough, you might get all solid. So if you messed up enough, you might get all weak ones. So how they said, we all know how the game goes. Okay, so let me see. This how it's gonna be when I turn on the voltage, when I turn the amplifier on, because the amplifier, the EQ is not on right now. So all this stuff, let me see if I can, so that way you can see it come on right. I hope y'all could see it good enough, but now the EQ is on because the background around the buttons turned blue. So the tweeters on the dash, they stay on with the unit, but everything else, the doors and the subs, turn off on the switch. But let me see. Let's see. I don't want y'all to think that I done changed something, but let me go out of this real quick. And I'm gonna go over to my what's called my built-in DSP. So see my DSP, bottom left-hand corner. I'm gonna go into my DSP. So the DSP is up. Y'all can see. Hold on 1 second. Okay, now this better DSP. You got 31 hertz, 46 hertz, 63 hertz. Those pretty much 3 features is pretty much where you want to be at. But I'm at -8 for the bass because I'm in the EQ feature now. And then you got DSP and then you got ASP. The ASP is the switches, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I like this thing, because it's crazy, dude. Cause, you know what I'm saying? But then I go back to my DSP. You got all these different features that you can touch at the top, pop and all that stuff like that. Take note. But you go back over to DSP where you really want to set how the way the inside sounds. And then once that's like that, right? Hold on, let me go back. Then that's why you hold on. So you know you go back out to your features and stuff. I can't turn it up too loud because I got neighbors, so you know this would it's on. We'll put it at 10. So hold on. Now for the gain knob on the subwoofer gain, this is what it's gonna be. So you see the arrow now. It's off all the way down. So now I bet you like, man, that sound like it ain't banging. And you know why? Because them subwoofers will hold some power. I keep telling you. It depends on what you get. Depends on what you know, what you're gonna run. I'm probably still a couple cubic feet short, because per one, I think it's 10.5 cubic feet that it needs to be per sub. So this is just a small comment. You know what I'm saying? I tried to keep the ohm load as low as possible. Because, you know, like they said, impedance is rise. But if you try and choke the subwoofer, I call it choking the subwoofer. So if you give it enough airspace to kind of choke it, you should be able to keep your impedance rise down, and you should get that nice solid bass that you want. I don't know, some people prefer when. I like it when it hits you. So the more you turn it up, you feel it like just, because to me, I like that. It makes the like for me, I need it for real, because like that, just that vibration, dude, and that pressure, for some people that's messed up sometimes, and they need that. Trust me, it's gonna help you out in the long run. But you gotta be able to like that kind of stuff. If you can't be able to stand that kind of stuff, then you know it's what they call different strokes for different folks. Nobody in this world was meant to be the same. It's no different from followers of God. If they want to be bad or good, Jesus, our Lord, Heavenly Father, always needed somebody, no matter if they're good or bad. That's why God says you come as you are. So it doesn't matter whatever your mentality is. Always remember, God always needed a stronger hand to help protect him. So that goes for any other person or man. Don't put a man down just because you see he got weaknesses somewhere, because there's somebody else that's going to want to become, or there's somebody else that you're going to need that's going to become a stronger hand for you. So this is me just playing around with the Stetson. That's the little knob down there at the bottom. See, listen, I'm gonna turn it down. Turn out the volume a little bit. Now I'm gonna turn it up. In the rap game, pushing quotas, flipping to water, from Texas to Florida, chopping game with the knuckleheads. It's been voodoo on the motherfucking chicken. Yeah. That's a hustling to the west. Ooh, I want to let this thing be for y'all. Hold up. Man, hold up. Put it in package. Independent spit shit. I just turned the sub on the 9-band. This a 9-band. Let me turn this stuff down, cause I get real dangerous in this bit with the bass. Let me turn this bad boy back down. Let me turn the Stetson back down. Check this out. This just up on the let me turn up that 9-band. Hold on. Got the window up. Let me see something. Same. Value man. No, I ain't like that though. With that shit. Take it serious on Let me see what it sound like when I turn it down. All the way off. Alright, that's the bass knob. We still got some bass. Let's see what it sounds like when we got some volume only. Everything is on. Turn that up just a little bit. Oh yeah, voltage. One Marine battery now. Cause I float like one, punch it like a China corner. Tell them I'ma be there. Watch more to a short, in my French quarters. Down for what else? Bow down, nigga, never. Look like no Beretta. Wet you up like bad weather. Got veins like the coke, now I got range like the rope. You don't wanna fuck with us, really? Fucked up like that. So you know what I'm saying when I be driving and stuff? From the city where suckers die. Make great peace silk. That's not up that loud because I can still turn it up on my, you know what I'm saying, I can still turn it up on my 9-pin. It's really not that high. Yeah, they're my vocals. I don't know, when I want to open this car with the windows and the doors open, you know what I'm saying? What they say, me, no gains or nothing. It's still turned down. If I was to turn up, hold on, let me show y'all, just to show you now. That's turned up now. Turn that back on. And I can still give it more volume. And if I was to turn it up just a little bit, just turn it up just a little bit. This is what I mean. See, I be wanting my numbers to stay up. And all I got is a stock alternator and 2 batteries. I'm talking to but I'm not fucking alone. Just leave me alone and stay away. Well, I don't understand with y'all when y'all be putting up music like y'all got so much stuff for no reason, bro. And you see why my numbers stay good? It's because I'm keeping my impedance right, my home loads right. And if you know what you're doing, you'll put it on the floor. You'll suck that beat, dog. You'll have your shit bubble right, but since you can't sit dog, you need to hang it up, right? Go ahead and get your shit straight in the business. go ahead and start it over, my nigga. Snatch it out and start again, cause I don't even know. If I really had it like yours, yo, I'd really be blowing out some money more than you know. Like I said, I got 4 15s and they ain't even trying to play them. What about the who? My little homie stole the quarter key from the bag. Tags got my phone tap, nigga. Sometimes it's hectic, make me wanna jump in the bed and ride up to Texas. All with the niggas in the country. It's 1997, I'm trying to have hundreds, stack high in buildings, flip it into billions, rolling in the billions of ghetto children, flush down Texas. Nigga paying taxes, mansion with a Ferrari, but the game is still hectic. Niggas partners turning snitches, money over bitches. The day family said FBI, we call them Robocop snitches. Like, why you struggling? I see a lot of people got a lot of wires too, bro. And they both just be dropping like that. You want your power to pull, not stay.
You got politicians on your payroll too. What would they do? You got CPAs washing all your cheese. They would probably take your door. They would probably rush you and steal.
Now what if the pants only losing us? The south side soldier hold up so cola than Coca-Cola. Now me riding in the drop top text from the block with your thigh, and I roll with the text. See, I leave them twisted like a twizzler. In my house, and most they out is Twizzler. But they understand the man, keep a puzzle like the Riddler. And first thing first, and worst thing the worst, they never catch me in the election. I used to go really hard, say it hurt, they can't understand how they had me, but I still got away. License plate out of state, in Jamaica the next day. In California, called them scatter, but I was falling in a manner. They're more touchable air, y'all. They had me down, but that's why I move my phone, get more time to the air ball. To them ATM and them fans, y'all understand? Stay one step ahead, y'all only knew.
If them feds only knew.
That's it.